Hello everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back. I'm here to run through everything I melted this week. So as usual, I will do my empties in the first video, my unempties in the second. Probably a longer empties video this week because looks like I finished quite a bit. I did pull a number of samples this week and I also tried to do a bit of a cleanup when I picked my box and tried to pick things that we're nearly finished. So yeah, that's why I've got a little bit more. So I'll start with the shot cups. So I have Tristan's Toffee Coffee from K. This was like a hazelnut toffee coffee scent. I don't like it. It's got like the coffee smells really powdery to me. Like kind of like almost like an instant, and it's really kind of caramelized, so like quite a strong sort of caramel tone. I got good throw from it, but yeah, that one's not going to be a repurchase. Black sugar, so one of the Aquilina types. It already escapes me what the scent notes for this one are, but I really like it. I've heard it been described as smelling like motor oil, which is not my experience at all. To me, it reminds me of like blends of like oud wood, so that really kind of deep, dark kind of woody tone. It kind of smells a bit like incense as well, not like nag champa, but like a kind of, yeah, like a deep kind of incense blend, but it's kind of blended in a way that makes it just a bit more polished and not as, you know, some of those really deep dark kind of scents can just be a bit too much. They can be overwhelming. This one feels like it's really nicely blended. I think I read in the notes there's like a touch of raspberry or something, and I do think I can just get that. It's not like a typical raspberry. This is definitely more of that kind of like, kind of gives witchy vibes in a way, but just more polished and just better blended than a lot of those sort of scents. So I really actually enjoyed melting this one. I got really good throw from it. I've got a couple more cups of it. It's not one I want to melt all of the time, so I don't need huge quantities of it, but I'll definitely melt it and potentially buy it again. Prince Albert. So this is like a tobacco blend. I should know the notes. I copied them onto Instagram just before, but I can't remember. Anyway, it is a really nice blend. It does smell like a nice kind of sweetened tobacco scent. Yeah, it's not like a real kind of smoky, overblown one. It's quite sweet. It was a nice scent. It was one of those sorts of scents that threw okay. Like you could smell it around the room, but it didn't have a lot of oomph to it. So you sort of had to concentrate a bit to know that it was there. And I think she's got caramel pipe tobacco, which I think is in the same family. I actually probably prefer the caramel pipe tobacco a little bit, but this was still quite good. As I mentioned, yeah, it threw strong, maybe medium actually. I find it hard to rate these scents where, yes, you can smell them everywhere, but they're kind of light touch. So yeah, that's the sort of throw it had, if that makes sense. Cowgirl, this I love. This one is amber, sea salt, or sea something, musk, and maybe another wood type. Oh, it smells so good. It's, to me, it is a salty amber, so you get that real sort of smooth, polished amber scent. You definitely get a kind of sea salty note. It reminds me a bit of, I think I had a combo of Amber Noir and Boardwalk Mellow Clouds and it reminds me a little bit of that, but it's so much nicer. Oh man, I absolutely adored this one. It threw really well, and 100% I would get this one again. If you love amber scents, this is a fantastic scent. It was really good. And then Cuban Coffee, which she now has called on her site as regular coffee. I quite like this one. It really reminds me of a Vietnamese iced coffee. I think they're made with that condensed milk, and they're not sugary sweet, but they do have a real kind of dense sweetness to them. So it is definitely a sweeter coffee scent. But I just really like it because it has that kind of condensed milk kind of scent to it. Turns it into a really kind of smooth, sweet coffee, but like with purpose, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't smell like coffee with a bunch of sugar dumped in it. It's actually, you know, sweet for a reason. I get great throw from it. Might get it again in small quantities. Like, I've got a couple of blends with it now, and while I do enjoy it, it's not one I reach for, a huge amount, but I have enjoyed it. I'll do the clamshells, and then I've got a bunch of bags. So I finished this clam of Jolly St. Nick from Super Tarts. This is snow frosted sandalwood, sweet cranberry, silver birch. I absolutely freaking love this scent. I just want to like huff on it all day long. It is just amazing. So silver birch is one of my favorite kind of outdoorsy scents. It just has this really unique kind of sweetened, like outdoorsy sweetened kind of tone. And then the way that plays with this, the cranberries, they are definitely a sweeter cranberry, but it's not like, that sort of over-sweetened cranberry champagne type scent. It's just a beautifully sort of sweet, but not over-sweet kind of berry scent. I don't really get a sandalwood from it. But yeah, no, I absolutely adore this. I get great throw from it. I've got more clams of it. I think I will forever repurchase this. I love Jolly St. Nick. Super Tarts Ego. So this is Mac Apple and French Baguette. I quite like this one. I'm not normally a fan of Mac Apple. I find it too sweet and strong, and it tends to overpower everything. And in this blend, I will say, because her French Baguette is usually quite strong, it's definitely kind of, the Mac Apple is definitely sort of stronger than the French Baguette, but you still get them both. What I like about this one is that I find that kind of savory baguette note really kind of stops the Mac Apple, from just being, a really kind of sickly sweet apple, which it can be for me sometimes. And there's no spice, there's no... Because, Mac Apple, I find it often either gets blended with marshmallow to make it even sweeter, or if it gets blended with, like, spiced sort of bakery scents. So there's none of that. It's just, a really good kind of savory bakery and apple combos. So I get really good throw from it. I don't need to repurchase it because I got a bag, like a half band bag of it in my mystery box, which I was really happy. That's sort of why I reached for this time, because this was the only clam I had. That bag will probably last me a bit, but I will probably buy it again after I finish that bag. I do really like it. Teddy Bear's Blackberry Butter Pecan Cookies. So butter pecan waffles, blackberry jam, butter cookies. This is fantastic. It's still just one of my all-time favourite bakery scents, even though I've been melting a bunch of pumpkin pecan waffle scents lately, which, are very much in the same sort of family, but this is still my favourite. It's just smooth and rich and just this delicious bakery, and because blackberry jam butter cookies is not very strong on blackberry jam to me, it's not really like a very strongly berry scent, but it just adds this extra kind of bakery level layer to it, which I absolutely adore. Get fantastic throw from it, and I've got more of it on the way. It's just, I've repurchased it multiple times. I think that's my second clam. Yeah, that's the second clam now I think I've gotten through. I've got one more clam, and then I've got, I think, a chunk bag or a loaf on the way. All right, now I'm on to, I've got one more clamshell, which I did with one of these. Where is it? So I did the last little bit of Dessa's Campfire Marshmallow, and I did it with Nene's Kitchen Melts Orange Creamsicle. This morning when I put that on, for a good chunk of the morning, I couldn't smell either. Like, I really wasn't getting much. Later in the day, though, for some reason, whether it's just my nose shifted or the scents actually sort of started throwing more, I started getting more of it. So it was just a very slightly smoky orange creamsicle blend. It was all right. It's still only through sort of medium at best. I did only have the tiniest little bits of the Campfire Marshmallow left, so maybe if I had more of that, the throw would have been stronger. But it also would have been more smoky, because Dessa's Campfire Marshmallow is a very charred, smoky marshmallow to me. So yeah, the orange creamsicle, it was not bad, but yeah, only medium throw at best, so I wouldn't get that one again. Nene's Kitchen Melts Cafecito. So I can't remember what the notes are. It was like a cappuccino blend, but I really didn't get any throw from it. I don't know with the Nene's, because I've had it for a little while, whether it just sat there too long. Definitely not even up to a year though, so I'm not sure if it was just age or what, but yeah, no throw, so wouldn't repurchase. Empire Alchemy Christmas Truce, so chocolate, orange, Douglas fir, clove studded pomander. Admittedly, I didn't spend a huge amount of time in the room with this blend. I did like it. It was probably only medium throw at best. It was not the strongest. It's not very chocolatey, thankfully. It's more kind of heavy on that clove, and then the fir. And then almost like a dark chocolate note, like not a milk chocolate note with a slight orange. So it's not bad. As I mentioned, medium throw. Doesn't feel like a repurchase. It's kind of hard to say because my memory of it is kind of foggy, but yeah. October from Savannah Blue. So this is apple, harvest, leaves, and marshmallow fireside. So this was not bad. Again, some of these samples I ran them and I didn't spend too much time in there. I do think quite a bit of that smoky marshmallow fireside came through. I don't think it was mostly leaves and apples and fireside. I didn't get a lot of the leaves. And I've done my own blend that was quite similar to this with apple harvest and leaves. And the apple harvest I know was much stronger because I really love apple harvest. Like I'm kind of smelling it here, but yeah, I feel like the marshmallow fireside maybe was a little bit too strong in this blend. Medium throw, and no, I don't think I'd repurchase that one. I think my leaves and apple harvest blend is probably my preferred take on that. Empire Alchemy Thorn Pricks, so patchouli, rosewood, dried rose, violet, and sandalwood. I didn't like this one at all. It was a really powdery rose floral. Yeah, no. I didn't really get any woods, and I don't think I got patchouli. I do feel it like it was just a combination of like powdery dried rose and violet. So through well. That one was actually quite strong, but no, wouldn't purchase that. I didn't like it. Rose Girls Harvest Moon. So this one was like Twilight Woods. Was it Bonfire Bliss? I can't remember. It was like 3 different kind of types, I think. I didn't like it. I know that much. It smelled very plastic, like kind of like burnt plastic. Like sometimes I got kind of slightly nice smoky tones and outdoorsy, woodsy sort of tones, but just this real underlying, quite strong sort of plasticky note just would not go away. The throw was sort of medium to high, and no, that one would not be a repurchase. Ooh. Okay, a custom in Blackberry Blue Sugar Zucchini Bread. This is really good. You know, it's definitely sort of blackberry forward. And then blue sugar and zucchini bread together are kind of interesting. Like, I find they combine quite well. You get like a good amount of bakery, but like blue sugar, it throws off a slightly caramel tone to me, which I find blends quite well with bakery. And then, yeah, with the sweet pop of the blackberry on that, really, really nice blend. Great. The throw was good. It wasn't like super strong, but it was pretty good. I do want to do a blend similar to this, but I feel like I need like blackberry jam or something, just a slightly different blackberry. I like the blackberry in this, but I just have this sort of profile in my head of how I want that blend to go, and I think it needs, yeah, I feel like it just needs a little bit more of the kind of sweeter, jammy sort of blackberry. Sassy Girl Aroma Coffee Shop, so sweet blackberries, caramel coffee, and fresh baked zucchini bread. This was a great blend. Like, it's really good. The blackberries, again, it's just a sweet little pop of them, but you don't get a huge amount. Her sweet blackberries Actually makes me think more of that sort of blackberry jam kind of scent that I really love. The caramel, like it's like a caramel coffee. Like you get a bit of caramel, it's not too strong. There's definitely coffee in this. Like you definitely get coffee, but it doesn't overwhelm. I really like that. It's quite well balanced with the blackberry and the caramel. I don't really detect a zucchini bread. I mean, I do think that it's making it lean more bakery than it would have otherwise. But it's not obviously zucchini bread to me. Great throw from this one. Not repurchasing because I'm not repurchasing from that brand, but you know, that's a blend I would like to do again if I could. I think I finally finished off the Sassy Girl aroma in my collection, which is nice. So I did Venice, which was blackberry, amber, and rain. This is really lovely as well. It's not the strongest throw. It's probably only medium, but it's really, really lovely. Like, it's just... It's really hard to describe, actually. It does smell... It smells like quite a high-end kind of perfume. I feel like the amber probably does that. But with a really lovely freshness from the rain. So, yeah, like I said, medium throw. Not repurchasing from Sassy Girl. I've got some blackberry amber, which I'm hoping will be the same fragrance oil coming from Rose Girls. And if it is, then I've got some rain from another vendor that I can blend it from. So I might be able to recreate that. I might even just like blackberry amber on its own. I haven't actually tried that before. So, see how that goes. Rainbow Melts Creamery. So this is vanilla ice cream, vanilla butter fudge, and vanilla waffle cone. This was good. It was very strong, particularly for this sort of blend. I find these sorts of vanilla on vanilla scents maybe, you know, don't tend to carry, you know, hold their own weight. But this one really did. And it was quite delicious too. Like, this is not normally my, like a type of scent I reach for. And I still don't think I would necessarily repurchase it, but I did really like it. Like, it smelled like a really nice, it smelled like a bakery. It didn't smell too fudgy, thankfully, because some butter fudge scents I really don't like. But it was just a really good, it was sweet, it was vanilla-y, it was bakery, it was really I still, yeah, I probably don't feel like I need to repurchase it, but it was good, and it was very strong. Lemon Pound Cake Cookie Therapy from L3. This I absolutely loved. This one kind of reminded me of like a lemon semolina cake, like with that more kind of dense, it's like denser than, you know, like a pound cake or whatever, and moister too, with that really rich sort of lemon like, you know, like lemon zest through it. It was really, really good. I find that Cookie Therapy is actually a really great blender just to... It's quite a rich bakery scent to me without being overly sweet or overly, like, just overwhelming. Some rich bakery scents don't go well with me. They tend to be oversweet, but Cookie Therapy just isn't. It's just really... Yeah, it's really nice like that. So really enjoyed this one. Got great throw from it, and I really want to get that again. That's been one of my favourite Cookie Therapy blends so far. Teddy Bees Witches Be Crazy. So that's birthday cake, pecan waffles, sugar cookie dough, and a pinch of cinnamon spiced vanilla. So this is really good. It has that butter, that pecan waffle scent of hers that I really like. It's probably not my favourite of her pecan waffle blends. It's probably not my favourite one. I think I'm not the biggest birthday cake fan. It tends to be a little bit sweet and a little bit plasticky to me. And the little bit of spice to it, I don't mind it, but there are other blends of hers which have the really yummy pecan waffle scent that I like more. So yeah, no, this one is fine. It throws well. I think I've got it blended with something else, and I may continue to get it in blends with other things. I don't really feel like I want to get it solo again. Like, I'll stick with my blackberry butter pecan waffles. Go to Sleep from Super Tarts. So this came from the mystery box. I haven't melted this one before. It's like sweet lavender, cream, and pink sugar. It was okay. It's not really my scent wheelhouse. I just wanted to try it to, you know, be able to know that I've tried it. These sort of lavender I'm not sure if it's sweet lavender or not, but these sort of lavender cream scents smell really soapy to me. Like, yeah, this just really smelled like kind of a soap that my grandmother would have had. So, yeah, it was okay, but it's not really for me. It threw pretty well. It was sort of medium to high. Not something I would purchase, though, because, yeah, just not for me. But here's a lavender scent I love. So Sweet Dreams from L3 Waxy Wonders. So cotton candy frosting, sweet lavender, and jet puff marshmallows. I don't know why I love this one as much as I do, because I'm certainly not, seeming to be like a sweet or any kind of lavender fan. But this one is just wonderful. Like, I feel like I get a slightly herbal tone from it. Like, I'm not enough of a lavender melter to know like the differences between all the different sweets and herbals and stuff like that, but I definitely feel, to me, like I smell a slightly herbal lavender. But it just blends so well with her cotton candy frosting. Is so sweet and zingy, and I love her jet puff mellow as a marshmallow blender as well. And this just, I really do, like, I don't typically do bedtime scents, but I actually really enjoy this one for bedtime. Like, just that beautiful sweet cotton candy frosting with that kind of herbal-ish lavender. And the marshmallow is just fantastic. It throws well. It's not like a banger, but it throws well enough. I've got a scoop of it, so I have already repurchased this. I've gone through this bitty Betty loaf. I got it. It would have arrived here, I think, if it was poured in December, like late Jan or sort of Feb. So it's taken me a few months to get through it, but still it feels like I went through it fast. Okay, Blackberry. I feel silly because I put this on because I really wanted to smell it solo, and I don't think I really went up to the room much it was melting in. It smells like a really lovely, juicy, slightly jammy kind of blackberry, though. Like, it does smell really good, and I've had it in blends and I like it, but I just didn't spend much time with it. So I don't really know if it threw very strongly. I know I would have gone past the room and I didn't smell it, but yeah. But I definitely am happy to blend with that one. So Luna Wax Patchouli Blues. So blue sugar, patchouli rain, and patchouli. I really enjoy this. This is a repurchase already. I've melted it. I've had it once before. It's definitely got those earthy patchouli tones, but it doesn't smell like hippie patchouli or anything like that. It's the blue sugar really kind of winds it up into just a really nice kind of cozy, kind of more sort of higher end scent than just the patchoulis on their own. So yeah, like earthy but really polished. Great throw, and possibly would repurchase again. I have really enjoyed it. Cupboard Under the Stairs and Shortbread from L3 Waxy Wonders. Cupboard Under the Stairs is, I can't remember what's in it, but I believe it is like a strawberry, maybe crushed wafer and something else kind of blend. I really enjoyed this. It was a great strawberry bakery scent. It's probably one of the best strawberry bakery scents I've smelled from L3, to be honest. I'm not sure what type of strawberry's in it, but it actually kind of smells a bit like a strawberry jam, and there's very few scents that actually smell like strawberry jam. Definitely not the actual strawberry jam scents. I'd be interested to see. I have ordered Cupboard Under the Stairs solo, so without the extra shortbread note. I got that in the pre-order. I'll be interested to see how much I like that solo, because I feel like I've had a few blends now with shortbread, and I feel like it's a great bakery blender of hers. Like, it just really adds some delicious oomph to the mix. So I'll be interested to see if I like it better with or without the shortbread, but still really enjoyed it. Great throw. Would 100% get that one again. It was really, really good. White Elephant Exchange and Raspberry from L3. Again, I try to melt through some of my samples every now and then, but I have to actually melt it in the room I'm going to be in, which is kind of hard because if you only get one sample, like if I'm in my kitchen dining space, which is a big space, I have two warmers. And if I'm in the lounge room entry, which is another big space, I have 3 warmers. So, and I like to, because they're kind of close enough, they should be melting the same sense. It means that I'm sort of restricted to either melting my samples up in the office when I'm in my office or in the bedrooms. So yeah, I think I put a few samples in the bedrooms this week while I wasn't in the bedrooms, and that's never a good idea. So yeah, this, like, it smells strongly like kind of like a whiz fizz kind of raspberry, like that sort of fizzy, almost sherbet raspberry. And I get no hint of like White Elephant Exchange. It's just, I don't pick White Elephant Exchange up in blends, or barely. I think one blend with cotton candy I kind of got a little bit, but the rest I haven't. So, yeah, I don't really know much about the throw for this, but yeah, I wouldn't get it anyway because I just know the White Elephant Exchange is not there. And then the last empty this week is Super Tarts Silver Birch, Rosemary Mint, and November Rain. This is lovely. I mean, I love Silver Birch, as I mentioned before. November Rain I'm not so familiar with, but I do think there's extra sort of fresh kind of, you know, just rained kind of ozonic airiness. There's definitely Rosemary Mint, but fortunately the Silver Birch and I guess the November Rain tone it down enough, because Rosemary Mint can be a headache trigger for me. And you definitely do get that really fresh, like, mint, but it doesn't reach the level which would, I mean, it could depending on how sensitive I was, but this week it wasn't at that level. Just that really beautiful Silver Birch kind of rounded it out and made it a lot more palatable. So great throw. This one was very, very strong. Probably not one I need to get again, but yeah, it was really good. Okay, that is all of the empties. As I mentioned, I did get through a bit, but it is, you know, a lot of it was samples. So I'm going to leave it there and I'm going to go straight on into the unempties. So I hope you're all doing really well, and I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye.